Do you have a job?
I have a job, yes. What's happening? Oh no! It's a great form of art. It's a good way to get people into reading stories. And since we don't really have good gods right now, all the gods that we have are pretty much static. I think it's good to have comic book heroes and things to keep society alive.
If that were true, people would read comic books. Kids don't read comic books these days.
Well, kids are very distracted.
So you're going to give them something boring?
I think that it helps people focus to have something boring, so yes.
So you're going to bore children into accepting your new gods?
No. I'd say comfortably lull them into accepting these new gods.
So you're not even going to warn the parents? Like, you're just going to hand parents comic books and say, hey, give these to your kids, even when you know they've got all this stuff in them?
I'm going to give them to the kids directly. I'm asking him why he believes he should be an artist.
Well, I mean, it's what I like to do, and I'm okay at making money at it, so I guess I'm allowed to.
Do you feel like being an artist gives you a sort of escape so that you can feel free to do drugs? And live kind of a licentious lifestyle in general?
I never actually thought about it that way, but that was probably more my motivation at the beginning than it is right now. It's not. I mean, it's just a side benefit.
So do you kind of feel like you're basically always on vacation?
No,
or do you ever
I've never actually been on vacation, but except for the times that I was on vacation.
Kids don't really like comics. Why do you make comics for kids?
I make comics for the kids that still like comics, even though there aren't as many of them. I make comics because it's a sort of lowest common denominator art form where the comic itself will end up in places that you never could have imagined that it would end up, like prisons and stuff like that. Like every comic that I make probably ends up being read by a little kid. So how do you plan to pay for all this?
Using other people's money, mainly. Well, it's a good process because you indoctrinate their children at a young age, and their family will always give you money.
What are you going to do if they see this video?
The children or the parents?
I guess either.
Well, the parents, I think I'll have to tell them that I was misquoted.
What gives you the right to do this to other people's children?
Same thing that gives every American the right to own a gun.
Do you pay the artists in your magazine?
No. I mean, we believe the artists should be paid for their work, but we don't.
Oh, if you had any money, would you pay the artists?
Yes, if we had money, we would definitely pay the artists. The first thing that would need to be taken care of is the printing cost, which so far is realistically out of pocket.
What's that mean? That means that you're paying for it?
Yeah. As long as we are too lazy to get ads